Welcome to Cardines Field.
When I think of Don, I think of Major League voice. He's got the voice. It really is. It's big time. It's above AAA. It's Major League. That voice. And what impresses me most about Don is that he'd be there way before I get to the games, be going over pronunciations, which is, to me, is very impressive that he would put that much time in when essentially it's a volunteer position. And he's a two-way old school talent. I mean, he could assist in articles for writing for the Gulls website, and it's also for its media guide. And so I'd also say that, Tom, congratulations for hitting, I think, 80 this month. That's my understanding, and that's, boy, hope I look as good as you when I hit that age. And one final thing I'd say about Don that I hope maybe he can address this in his acceptance speech tonight is he has one of the great closing lines, I think, when the home games, when the departing crowd, he says, "Make your home run a safe one." I've always loved to hear that when I leave the park. So congratulations, Don.
Don O'Hanley. Don's been with us since the beginning, and Don is a fabric, part of the Gulls. A lot of people, comment on Don's voice and things like that. When you get feedback on the games from people, say, "Hey, how'd you like our game?" And they go, "Your announcer's awesome." It's like, how about the game? But no, Don was great. Don was the best. Don, right from the get-go, right out of the chute, was aces for us, and he just got better and better. And I don't know if he can get any better than he is right now, because he does a great job for us, and a special individual. Kids really appreciate him once they get to understand him a little bit, because he's pretty old school. Don will bring stuff in from the 1920s and the 1940s to let give these kids reminders of what's happened back then and how this game has evolved over the years. And it's great to see these kids in their reaction and how they don't quite get it at first, but by the end they get it.
You know what I notice most about Don is his passion for what he does. When he comes to the field, he gets there early. He gets there at 4 o'clock in the afternoon for a 6:35 game. And what he does, the first thing he does is he sets himself down, but then he gets onto the field and goes and talks to our manager, Mike Coombs, about his lineup, about any questions that he may have for Mike. And then he'll go over and talk to the opposing coach. "Hi, coach," introduce himself, talk about his lineup, about any questions that he may have about his team. He always wanted to make sure that his rosters were correct, his numbers are correct. And lastly, just as a perfectionist that he is, he'll even go to the individual player and say, "How do you pronounce your name?" Impressive, Don. I mean, that's why you're so good. And your tidbits of information are just wonderful. Thank you, Don.
Don has been with the Gulls family since 2002. His professionalism and love for the game makes you feel like you are at a Major League Baseball park.
The New England Collegiate Baseball League presents the Keene, New Hampshire Swamp Bats versus your Newport Gulls.
Don's work is phenomenal. It's professional. He follows every league procedure, every league protocol. He inserts humor. He keeps the fans informed and entertained at the same time, and he strikes that balance that all good public address announcers do in conveying information to the fans, in being memorable, but also not putting himself out there in ahead of the game. He knows that his job is to present information about the batter, about the pitcher, about the umpires to the fans. And he doesn't overstep those bounds, but at the same time, in between innings, when he does his advertisements, or he calls people over to the concession stand or the Gully Pros souvenir shop, Don's right there with some very entertaining and sometimes whimsical and certainly memorable audio performances. He takes control of that microphone, and he takes control of that ballpark every time he does.
We go to the 7th inning stretch here at Cardines Field. Let's pick up Newport Gulls public address announcer Don O'Hanley.
Stretch and a little bit of sing-song. Take me out to the hall. somebody nuts and crackers. I don't care if I ever come back.
How you doing? Good. It's always nice when you win. It's always nice when you're in the lead.
3 strikes, you're out of the game. Good job.
And I think the fans love it. I know the organization loves it. And we've been lucky to have Don coming back year after year after year as our public address announcer with the Newport Gulls.
Don, will you be back for another season as the voice of the Gulls?
I would hope so if they ask me to come back.